How far did you get with your education?
I graduated and I had did a little bit of college on some shit like, like on some money shit, but like on some trying to be smart shit, but not really on no trying to, yeah, that type of shit.
How far did you get with college?
I ain't really get far. Like I had did a couple semesters on some. I ain't get far, bro. I ain't make it too far.
Would you consider yourself at least a freshman when you stopped or a sophomore in college when you stopped?
I don't even know. Probably a freshman or some shit like that.
Would you consider yourself a college dropout at this point?
Yeah, that type of shit. That type of shit.
And for you personally, what was your reason for dropping out? Why not continue on and finish and get a degree?
Cause like I was really on some shit like I want to be a rapper. Like I don't want to. It wasn't even want to be no rapper. I just knew I didn't want to go to college like that. Like I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to get some fucking money.
Now, we'll talk about that decision a little bit later on in this conversation, but let's start from the very beginning. And for time reference, it's September 2021 now. But
Right,
what
right.
schools did you attend growing up? Elementary, middle, high school, things of that nature.
Man, I went to a school. I went to a couple schools in Texas. You know what I mean? I graduated from Glen Oaks High in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and it was just like some shit like that.
Care to share the actual elementary schools you attended or middle schools you attended?
Let me think. Let me think. That bitch was like some shit like, man, what the fuck that shit was called? Bonham or some shit. That shit was called Bonham Elementary or some shit like that. And the other, I went to a middle school in Texas called Truman.
And were these public or private schools? Elementary, middle, high
Public,
school?
public.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
And same with the college. I don't think you said what college. Do you remember what college it was called?
Um, BRCC, Baton Rouge Community College.
And that was public as well.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of kid were you in class, generally speaking?
Really, I was on some cool shit. Like, I was just laid back, looking at the hoes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just really on some, but I was smart too, though. I ain't no dummy, you know what I'm saying? But I was just really laid back on some shit. Funny, you know what I'm saying? Doing my little diddy bop.
When you say funny, would you consider yourself a class clown by any chance, or no, not
It
that far?
depend on how I'm feeling that day. Like I'm a Gemini, you know what I'm saying? Like one day I might feel like a class clown. One day I might feel like don't fuck with me, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to nobody.
When it came to being a class clown, at those times that you were one, what caused you to be that? Where did these jokes stem from?
Really just life on some shit. Like I said, if I feel like that, then I feel like that. I'm gonna crack a joke or some shit. But yeah, like if I feel like that, I'm gonna do that.
Was it just jokes strictly for you, or did it ever become a point where you were bullying people?
Shit, I don't know. Probably so. Probably so. I don't know. Really.
When it came to being a class clown, would things ever escalate into something physical? Would you ever get into a physical
Man, I didn't
altercation?
beat a couple niggas up. No cap. I done slapped the fuck out of nigga before, but you know what I'm saying? I done had my little fights where nigga done did me something, I ain't gonna just say like I just beat every nigga up, but yeah, nigga come playing with a nigga bat the fuck out of nigga. Like if you can't take a joke,
How many fights did you get into when you were in school, or how often did you fight when you were in school?
I can't count. I don't even know.
Too many to count, not enough to count.
In the middle, you feel what I'm saying? Cause I'm really a cool nigga too though. I don't do too much. I just be chilling. But yeah, I dive in your shit though.
When it came to fighting, would you initiate fights or you were just defending yourself?
I don't know. It might be. I don't know. It done been some times where I done initiated a fight, like why I might feel played or a nigga played on my top. So yeah, I'ma dive in your shit first. Or it might be some shit where a nigga just hating on me and wanna dive in my shit and they get, that type of shit.
Would any of these fights lead to in school or out of school suspension?
Of course, I done been suspended a couple times. Really a lot of times. But all of it wasn't for fighting. I done got suspended for having weed or smelling like weed or just, you know what I'm saying, being bad. It wasn't always fighting, but I done got suspended a couple times for fighting though.
Would it ever go further into expulsion? Did you ever
Um,
get expelled from school?
no, I ain't never got expelled from school. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never got expelled before.
Okay. When it came to fights, just thinking back, Could these fights have been avoided back then?
I don't know. Niggas on some young shit like don't play with me. Like don't fucking play with me. I'll beat the fuck out you. That's what a nigga was on some shit like that. But other than that, I don't know. Like, don't play with me. Simple. I'll slap the fuck out you.
How'd you learn how to fight back then?
Shit, really, like, a nigga got a lot of siblings and shit. You know, fighting siblings and, you know what I'm saying, coming around just fighting niggas. Like, it's just some, I don't know. It's some shit you just learn as you go.
How many siblings did you end up having?
I mean, my daddy got some kids. My mama got a son. On my mama's side, it's me, my sister, and my brother. Yeah, on my daddy's side, he got like 5 children. So, like, niggas used to fight with their brother and them, you know what I'm saying? Even fight with my sisters.
When it came to either your mother's side or your father's side, in between your siblings, where did you fit on the ladder? Were you the oldest, in the middle, the youngest?
Shit, on my mama's side, on my brother the oldest, on my mama's side. But on my daddy's side, I got a sister that's the oldest. I'm like in the middle on my daddy's side, and really, I'm really like in the middle on my mama's side too. Cause my sister the youngest, I'm the middle child, and my brother the oldest on my mama's side.
Do you remember your first fight ever?
Not really. I can't remember my first fight.
Or what age you started fighting, perhaps?
I just know a nigga started fighting young. I can't really say what age. A nigga smoke a lot and get high and shit, so I don't remember.
Elementary, middle, maybe?
Yeah, it was before elementary. Nigga been fighting since a little nigga, young nigga, like kids. That's a joke. Like a nigga get on your ass, nigga dick in your shit. That's a little joke. Like, that's nothing.
You mentioned marijuana in this conversation. Are you addicted to marijuana?
No, I'm not addicted to marijuana, but I smoke marijuana, but it's nothing I'm addicted to, though.
Okay. Just curious there. When it came to fighting, were you the type that fought fair or dirty?
It all depends. If you fighting fair with me, I ain't gonna try to get over on you. But if you trying to get over on me, yeah, we gonna just take it there, all the way there.
What's your opinion on that now? Fighting fair versus fighting dirty?
My opinion, no fighting. We slinging nine. Simple. Ain't no fighting. It's 2021. Who's still fighting?
Ever sucker punch back then?
Yeah. Fucking right.
What is your opinion on that now, sucker punching?
Shit, I mean, a nigga better not sucker punch me, because they gonna get bow. They gonna shoot you in your shit. Straight up. We not doing no fighting. It's 2021. Like, who fighting? No fucking fighting.
Excuse me. What's the worst you've injured someone in a fight back then?
I ain't gonna lie, I done beat some niggas up to where they just, I ain't gonna say like I just fucked over a nigga to where they went to the hospital or some shit, but I done beat a nigga up to the point where they was like, yeah, don't fucking play with me. Yeah, like, I would send you to the hospital, but I spared you though. Like, don't play with me. Simple, like, real talk. But I'm not doing no fighting though. That's what I gotta get you to understand. No fighting. No fighting. We slinging nine. It's 2021.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, what's the worst you've been injured from a fight?
I can't say. I ain't no nigga just, no. Nigga ain't just injured me like that. I ain't gonna lie though. Nigga done probably punched me one of them bitches to what, but I'ma shake back though. You ain't do nothing like that though. Nigga ain't just injured me like that.
Ever end up becoming cool with the person that you fought with?
If it's my partner or somebody I love, you know what I'm saying? If that's my people, you know what I'm saying? We can fight and get over that shit. That shit nothing. But if I don't fuck with you, no. Ain't no coming back from none of that. It's really time to slang gun. Honestly.
Ever been arrested for a fight?
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy as a bitch. I went to jail from school from a fight. And the crazy thing, I ain't even fight the nigga. Like, the nigga was just like, the police came in that bitch. And when they came in there, the nigga was still doing the most. So the police got mad and was like, man, fuck it, I'm finna take both of y'all to jail. But he wasn't even talking about nothing. The nigga wasn't even trying to fight, though. He was scary as a bitch. Got a nigga sent to jail for nothing. We ain't even throw no punches.
What ended up happening with that case?
Some bullshit. I think that shit had, like, I think a nigga ended up doing like some community service or some shit for that shit.
And that was as a juvenile.
Yeah, that was a juvenile in high school.
Ever worried about the possibility of death from a fight?
No.
Why not?
I mean, cause when a nigga fight, nigga adrenaline rushing. Like, nigga don't give a fuck about nothing. All the thing I'm thinking about right now is beating the fuck out you. Simple.
Almost done with my fighting questions. I'm wrapping up here, but what did this experience teach you? What did you learn from fighting, if anything? Looking back, all the times you have physically gotten into an altercation, what do you take from that?
I don't know. I mean, don't fucking play with me. That's all I know. I'm not doing no fighting. I'm good. I'm gonna shoot you in your shit. You talk about fighting. Bow. I'm good.
If you could turn... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Okay. If you could turn back the hands of time, would you have done anything different back in those days of fighting?
No. It is what it is.
Now, not being funny here, but because you were fighting back then, were there any thoughts of turning, physical altercations into a sport like boxing or even wrestling?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a crazy ass question. I don't know. Shit, no. Like, in the midst of fighting, who think about boxing or wrestling?
well, not in the midst of fighting, but did you ever think, man, I'm fighting so many times, I kind of like fighting. Maybe I want to put the gloves on and actually become a boxer, or maybe that is a career, so to speak, if you get my drift.
No. Shit, no.
Okay. Moving forward, when it comes to your education here, when you were in school, were you part of a certain crowd by any chance?
I mean, my crowd. I'm the crowd.
Did anyone attend your schools that you attended end up becoming well-known or famous themselves?
Yeah.
Care to share who?
Not really. I don't really care to share who, but yeah, they got some motherfuckers who doing they shit that I went to school with. Yeah.
And would you actually have class with them, or they just attended your schools?
Probably just, really, I can't remember. All I can say is I know that we went to school together, and I seen you, you know what I'm saying? Now that I see you doing your shit, you making some noise out here.
Okay, that's fine. I'll leave it that. I'll leave that like it is. Okay, now, in the beginning of this conversation, when we were talking about your school experience, your education background, you mentioned girls.
Mm-hmm.
What age were you when you lost your virginity?
I don't know. I was young, though. I was young as a bitch. Fucking.
Back then, and I don't know what age it was, but back then, were you the youngest sexually active in your area?
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
Your very first time you had sex, was it influence? Was it peer pressure? Was it curiosity? Was it to be cool?
No, it was on some shit like a nigga was on some freaky shit. I'm trying to see what this about. Yeah.
The person you had sex with for the very first time, were they the same age as you?
Man, you know what's crazy as a bitch? Like
Or
a
same
nigga that
grade?
fucked so many hoes, I can't even remember the first bitch I fucked. Oh, God. I can't even think of who it was. I don't even know. I know a bitch raped me before, though.
Your very first time, or just one of those times?
I don't know. I just know I got raped.
Is that something you want to shed some light on?
Fuck, though. I don't want to shed no light. I just know I was fucking with that, though. Like, yeah, bitch, rape me.
Like forcefully had sex with you, forced you into having sex?
No, I was fucking with it, but it was like on some shit like, damn, why you doing this to me, though? Like, why you on my dick like that? Like, when I say rape, the bitch ain't really raped me, like, but it's on some shit like, you raped me, though. Like, bitch, you really was trying to get this dick, though. That type of shit.
Curious here, because you were having sex at a young age and you were frequent with it, were your parents open about this stuff back then? The birds and the bees.
See, like, with my mama, I could tell my mama anything. Like, I could tell her, like, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could talk to her about sex. I don't know, like, with my daddy, I don't know, like, because niggas be trying to, I don't know. Like, it be on some lecture shit, like, you know how you could talk to your friend, and, like, when you talking to your friend about some shit, like, y'all can run it. It don't be on no shit like a motherfucker trying to tell you, oh, whoop the wham, and no. So that's why I said, like, with my mama, though, I could tell my mama everything, though. I could tell her I fucked the bitch. I could tell her this bitch did this bitch did that, whoop the wham, and she ain't gonna be with no extra shit. She's just gonna run it with me, like, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
When it comes to your mother, was she open, or were you guys open with that dialogue about sex before you had sex for the first time, or was it more so after? You were sexually active?
Probably on some after shit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we could have talked about it before, too. You know what I'm saying? Because mom don't be with all the extra shit. I can run it with her.
Was she worried at all about you having sex at the age you were having it? Was that a concern for her at all?
I don't know. I can't really say. Like, I know mom, if she feel like she needs to tell me something important, or, like, you know what I'm saying, be on top of this, or watch this whole, you know what I'm saying, watch what you doing, yeah, she gonna let me know. But on some shit like, she just gonna let me know what need to be known. You feel what I'm saying?
Was your family religious at all back then?
Yeah.
Did they believe in sex after marriage? Were they that type?
Nah, I ain't gonna say they that type. Well, we believe in God, but you know how we sin. You feel what I'm saying? We sinners.
When it comes to religion these days, do you follow one?
Yeah, I follow religion.
Care to share what?
Christianity.
Now, is it a certain denomination under Christianity, or is it just Christianity?
This all I know, bro. I believe in God. Like, a lot of the extra shit all I know is I believe in God. I got a relationship with God, and that's just what it is. All the extra shit just be extra shit. You feel what I'm saying?
And was it your mother who raised you under Christianity?
Yeah, my mama, yeah.
Okay, now let's talk music a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take a music class in school of any sort? The band, chorus, things of that nature?
No, I never really took no music classes.
Why not back then? I know you're a recording artist these days, but back then, why no music classes for you?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't really tell you why, but I ain't never took one.
Was it something you were offered? Was it something you just didn't have any interest into by any chance, or?
Like I say, I can't really say. Like, I feel like I could have took one of them bitches, but I never took one before, though.
Because you are a recording artist now, looking back, do you wish you would have? Do you wish you would have experienced chorus, perhaps, or the band, perhaps, or things of that nature at all?
I mean, not really. I feel like that shit wouldn't make no difference.
Were you the type that was freestyling or battle rapping other classmates back then?
Yeah, on some play shit, though, but it wasn't on no shit like a nigga really battle rapping.
Did you have a song you were promoting back then?
Hey, I've been promoting songs. I've been having songs I've been promoting.
How young did it start? Middle school, high school?
Probably on some middle school, going into high school type shit.
Did any of your songs back then, when you were attending school, become popular?
I could say, like, on some shit, like, I know I had people that was fucking with it, but it not just say just popular like that, to where I could walk in the room and they be like, damn, that's dude who sing that song. You feel what I'm saying?
Back in those days, how were you releasing music? Do you remember?
YouTube, you know what I'm saying, on DistroKid and shit, putting it on all the platforms.
And was it simply just uploading and having the songs posted, or would you ever pay for promotion or advertisement or things of that nature?
Really, it was just posting them bitches. Really, I ain't really get into the promotion shit. Or I still don't really know too much about this shit, but nigga just really posting them bitches.
Growing up, did you participate in talent shows at all?
Yeah, I did a couple of the talent shows before.
Was it always for music, or was it a different talent?
Music. It was always music.
Original music, or were you doing a cover of some sort?
It was always my own shit.
just showcasing the talent, or were these talent shows they choosing a winner? First place, second place,
Really,
things
I
like that.
really on some shit. I think I only did one talent show before, honestly, and I think we lost. Me and my sister, we did the talent show. My twin sister, I got a twin sister named Cash. We did a talent show, you hear me? And I think we ended up losing that bitch to some girl, but she wasn't fucking with us. We really won that bitch on some shit.
And your twin sister on your mother's side or father's side?
On my mother's side, it's my twin sister, twin. Like this, we come out the same. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
does make sense. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, now what about sports? Did you play any sports
Yeah, I played football.
in your school days?
Football and basketball.
And how far did you get with football and basketball?
Not really far. I didn't get too far with that shit, but I was good with it though. I was athletic.
Why didn't you pursue it further?
Cause I wasn't really focused on that shit. I was focused on some other shit.
Hypothetically speaking, if you would have taken either of those sports serious, how far do you think you could have gotten with it? Either basketball or football?
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know, like, on some shit, like, if I really think about it right now, and the shit I be doing, like smoking and not eating right, I wouldn't have made it far with that shit. Procrastinating and shit, no, I wouldn't have made it far.
But let's say you did take either sport serious.
Mm-hmm.
You took care of your body, you were in shape, you turned it into a career.
Like I say, look, I don't know. I can't really tell you, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it all what God say, you hear me?
Because you never know. Sometimes you hear, as a kid growing up, coaches, people of some importance might say, hey, he's got a natural ability to do this. Maybe you should concentrate on this. Now, whatever happens down the road is what happens. But maybe there were people that said to your mom or said to, you know what I mean? Like, hey, he's got something special with this or that. You get what I mean?
Right. Yeah, like I say, I don't know. I don't know how far I could have went with that shit. A nigga might could have went far with that shit, but I'm here with some whole other shit. That shit out the window.
Looking back, my last question about sports, any regret giving up on those sports, basketball and football?
Shit, no. Nigga don't like to be running around tired and all that extra shit. Nigga like to smoke and get their dick sucked and rap a verse. On God.
And when it came to basketball or football, how far did it get exactly? Never varsity, never junior varsity.
Man, I don't know. Like, let me see. I know I played football in high school, you hear me, but that shit ain't really get far. Like, that shit ain't make it past 9th grade. After 9th grade, I ain't play no more sports. I don't fucking with sports no more.
Were you playing in young leagues and things of that nature
Yeah,
before?
I played in the young league. When I stayed in Texas, I played in the young league. When I swear to God, when I first started playing football, they put me on the field, you hear me? And I went against the rawest nigga on the field. This nigga, I'm talking about, made me fly. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, this nigga really like made me fly. But over time, I kept playing that shit. I started doing my shit in that shit. But like I say, after 9th grade, nigga wasn't fucking with no football. Nigga was off into some whole other shit.
And when you say you did play in a young league, was it for basketball or football back then?
Football. It was for football. I think I ain't never played basketball on no young league team.
Now, back then, when it was football, was that your favorite sport between the two? Or you were just better at it between the two?
I was wet and wet with both of them. I was wet and wet.
Say that again?
I was wet and wet. Like, I was
okay.
cool. I was cool in basketball, and I was cool in football.
Oh, okay.
I just, you know what I'm saying? I was straight in both of them bitches.
Okay, I didn't know if you were better at one or you liked one more than the other.
I think I was into basketball more, but like I say, I was cool at both sports. Like, I wasn't bullshit. Like, I can get on the court and play, but I wasn't just no Michael Jordan or no fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I am curious, though, even though you did prefer basketball, why you didn't take that into 9th grade and you took football into 9th grade instead.
I think, like I say, I can't really remember. I know when I went into 9th grade, when I was playing football, we had went to the championship, you hear me? But some shit had happened before the championship. I'm gonna keep it straight. Like, I don't know. It's like some shit happened to where, I don't know, I really had got benched on some shit. You feel what I'm saying? And another nigga played in the quarterback at the championship. like I say, I ain't never really give a fuck about that shit, bro. That shit was just a joke. Like, that shit was passing time. Fuck football, fuck basketball. We on some whole trench shit. Simple. And that's just what it is.
What does trench mean?
I'm trench. That's what it means. You looking at it. The definition. Me. Hold on, let me. That type of shit. But yeah, I'm trench. Like, I'm the definition.
Now, finishing up my questions about high school here. Ever attend the prom?
I think I went to prom on some 8th grade shit. I don't think I ever went in high school. Yeah, I don't think I ever went to high school.
So you were an 8th grader going into a prom?
No, I went to
high school prom?
I went to prom in 8th grade. But in high school, I don't think I ever went to a prom. Like, in high school, that's when the niggas started really thugging. Like, all that extra shit was out the window. School proms, just extra shit. Nigga wasn't doing all that no more. Nigga was in the streets thugging. Simple. Like, that shit wasn't on the nigga mind.
When it came to the 8th grade prom, did you go with a girlfriend at the time?
I went with my sister. Or my twin sister.
Almost done with my high school questions. I think this is my last one for you. Before you graduated, did you win a superlative at all? Superlatives. They give these awards in the yearbook, like most likely to succeed,
Like,
best dressed,
right.
biggest flirt, things of that nature.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
After you graduate high school, how soon before you attend college? Was it right away, or did it take some time before you actually went?
I can't really tell you exactly when a nigga attended college, but I think it was like on some shit, like it wasn't that far away. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't that far away. It was after a nigga graduated. Some months after or some shit like that.
When it came to that CC school you named earlier,
BRCC.
there you go.
Yeah.
Why that school for you at the time?
Because it was the school that was in the, you know what I'm saying? It's in the city, and it was an easy school to get into, and they was paying a nigga money. So I went to that bitch.
When you say paying money, you had a grant, you had...
Yeah, some shit like that, like a loan. They give you a loan, like
Okay.
a school loan. Nigga coming straight out the trenches. Them bitches giving a nigga $6 grand for to go to school in the summer. I was at that bitch.
Didn't receive any scholarship to it?
No.
Okay.
No scholarship.
Did you live on campus or off campus?
Off campus. I was still in the hood.
Before you attended that school, what was its reputation at the time?
What reputation? You talking about the college?
Yeah. Did it have a reputation at all?
No. Not that I know of. I don't know what the reputation is.
Do you remember your first day at that school?
No, not really.
Okay, just curious there. Did people know you rapped while you were attending that college?
Yep.
Did you feel like you gained a fan base at all being at that college?
I mean, not really, because I ain't really promote my music at that bitch and nothing like. But my music was being promoted on social media platforms. So if you went to school with me and you seen me, you would know that I was rapping. You feel what I'm saying? But like going to school, I wasn't going to that bitch promoting or none of that shit. So no, I can't really say, but I probably did gain a fan base from that school. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. I never went there just promoting music and nothing.
Now, I asked you this question. Okay, never mind. Forget that. I'm going to ask you this now. When you did choose to drop out, what was your parents' reaction?
I mean, like I said, my mama, I could talk to my mama about anything. It wasn't really no reaction. Like, it's on some shit like, son, do your shit, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just be the best at what you do. It wasn't on no shit like, I ain't really had to have no conversation because I was already out the poach. I was thugging. I was grown. Ain't no conversation. I do what I want to do.
So it was something she finds out, more or less.
Not really. Like, I feel like I can walk up to my mama and tell her, like, I don't want to go to school no more. This what I want to do. And my mama gonna salute me, like, you feel what I'm saying? Do your shit, son.
Looking back, did you make the right or wrong decision dropping out?
Shit. I made the right decision.
And why do you say that?
Because I'm succeeding at what I had my mind already set to what I wanted to do. So I made the right decision. If I would have just been like, fuck what I wanted to do, and you feel what I'm saying, and gave up on what I wanted to do and continued on school, maybe I would have still succeeded or been somebody, but, you know, this was destined for me. So I did right.
Now, looking back at how everything played out, do you wish that you would have skipped college altogether and just went straight into the music? Or are you glad you had at least a little bit of it, the
Man, I'm gonna tell
experience?
you why I'm glad, because them chicks, them bitches looked good when they dropped in the bank. Like when them bitches dropped in there and it said, pow, 6 grand or pow, 4 grand. Them bitches looked good. I ain't lying. So it was kind of nice. For real.
Did
On
you
the real.
did you choose the wrong school by any chance?
I didn't give a fuck about the school, bro. I ain't care about that bitch. Like, it wasn't about the school. It was about the money.
Two more questions in regards to this education experience you've had. What did this entire experience teach you? Your whole entire education, looking back, if anything.
Honestly, with the lifestyle a nigga living and the shit that a nigga go through on a daily basis, that shit ain't really like do nothing. That shit, but it's like a nigga learn shit, but this shit they don't really have nothing to do with what's going on in real life. You feel what I'm saying? Only thing a nigga really doing from school that I know of is adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing. Other than that, nigga don't give a fuck about no social studies, no chemistry, no none of that extra shit.
If you could turn back the hands of time, would you have done anything different in regards to your education?
I don't know. I feel like on some shit, like I feel like once I get over this hump that I'm on right now, I'm trying to get in the game and, you know what I'm saying, and really do my shit and really make some noise. I feel like I'll go back to school for some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Learn some more shit, because I like to learn.
After you did drop out, how serious was music for you at that moment?
It was always serious. Before the dropout, it was always serious. Like, it was always something I liked to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I liked to rap, you know what I'm saying? I liked to write music. I liked to go in the studio. I just liked to vibe. I liked to do anything that had to do with music.
Did you feel like, though, when you did drop out, music became more serious for you, or you had to take it more serious at that moment?
On some shit, but like I say, it was always serious. You feel what I'm saying? It was always serious. It was always something I wanted to do.